What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. If you are new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can get notified every time your girl posts a video. And if you already know the vibes, welcome back. Let's just get right into it. Let's go. All right, guys, as you can see by the title, I'm pretty sure we have all asked this question. God, where are you? And 10 out of 10, we're probably asking him that because we are going through it. We are going through it, okay? We have all been there before, all right? Now, before I dig right into it, I want you guys to understand that we are all going to go through our trials and tribulation, okay? But it's a determining factor of how we are when we come out of that, okay? It's determined to happen, but this is why it is such an essential, because not only does it build our faith, but it helps us in areas that we are weak in, and to understand where our faith really relies in. And is that the things of the world, or is it God? I want to share this with you. If you are not familiar, there was a man in the Bible named Job, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he got it the worst. Besides Jesus, he got it the worst, okay? Job, he was a righteous man before God. He was favored, okay? God loved him. He was a good servant, okay? But it wasn't until this one day. Now, it was basically that Satan, doing what he does on the earth. And God asked Satan, have you considered my servant Job? The fact that God used the words considered, meaning that he knew Job's stance towards him. That's why he said, have you considered him? Okay. And Satan's just like, listen, he only does the things he does for you because of what you give him. And that wasn't the case. But God was just giving Satan the green light. Let's bring Bible into it. Let's go. So Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, and around all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. And the Lord said to Satan, behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person. So Satan went out of the presence of the Lord. Okay, now, again, God gave Satan the green light to do as he pleased, but he could not kill him or anything like that, okay? Now, us reading this, it's probably like, dang, why did God allow that to happen? But the thing is, God knows the result of how everything's gonna end, and he knows what we can bear, and he knew that Job could bear all the things that he went through, okay? Now, I was looking and I just think wow, Job really endured. And that's what it's all about, enduring this season that you are going through, understanding that there's a purpose behind it, okay? Not only was the enemy attacking Job, but he attacked the things connected to them. He killed Job's children. His wife was all in his head, okay? He lost his wife, not to death, but spiritually, okay? He lost his cattle, his sheep, his household. He brought boils to Job's body. Could you imagine going through all that? We think the little inconveniences that we go through now is something, and not to say that we are not, we can't feel how we feel. But the thing is to understand that it can be a lot worse, but God's grace. But I say this to say is that his endurance through it all made him stronger, and he defeated the enemy. See, when we are enduring, we are defeating the enemy, because the enemy can send this attack here. People get on your nerves at work, or your child acting crazy, or whatever the case may be. But as long as we endure, and knowing and understanding that God is with you through it all. He was with Job. He's seen it all. He's seen it all. And I think we need to remember. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not to say, oh, let's smile when we're going through things, and let's just, no, because these things don't feel good. It doesn't. Job was literally cursing his life. Why was he alive? And we've all been there, man, just kill me now, because I can't take this. But nevertheless, he still endured. And that's the thing. Sometimes these things feel like they're going to kill, steal, and destroy us. But God's grace is so significant, okay? So I know, trust me, I know you be wanting to give up. You be thinking, man, I'm doing everything that I can. Why is these things still going bad for me? But it's to prune things out of you, but also God is filling you with more and taking you into a season where you're gonna need the strength, okay? Because everything, it tells us that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. I highly recommend you read it on your own, but there is a happy ending, okay? That once all that happened, God finally spoke to Job, because God was silent through that. And that's the thing. Sometimes we're asking God, where are you? Like, God, what's going on? And God's just listening. He's watching and just listening, okay? Because if we think about when we're in school, the teacher is always quiet during the tests, okay? And that's just what it was. But Job got double of everything that he lost. Kids, wife, more land, more animals, all of that. And that's the thing. When we endure, when we are faithful to God, God sees that and he moves on it, okay? He did not curse God like Satan said he would. He was faithful. So I say this to say, if you are going through a hard season in your life where you feel like you want to give up, don't. Endure, okay? Because it will be worth it. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. Again, I'm going to reiterate, it does not feel good, but there's purpose behind it. But know that God is going to bless you, okay? Remain faithful, though, and obedient, all right? I hope this brought encouragement to you, and I pray maybe you just reflect right now where you are in this season of your life, and to just know that you will get through it, okay? I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Shalom.